All right, thanks, Nisha. Meantime, another No Kings protest took over Hendersonville this morning. That's a rally that has been nearly 6 weeks in the making and is seeing a lot of protesters. News 13's Ed Diorio was there. Meteorologist Karen Wynn. And Karen, it sounds like some places got soaked over the last few hours tonight.
Yes, in fact, heavy rain is still coming down across parts of the foothills, and we do have a flood advisory out until midnight for part of McDowell County, and that does include Old Fort and that stretch of I-40 between Black Mountain and Marion. Green shaded area. Just be aware that some of the creeks and streams are flooding, and there is some high water going on. Now, these slow-moving thunderstorms are finally beginning to move out of McDowell County, moving slowly to the east. We also have some more showers moving into Henderson and Buncombe counties from the southwest, not quite as heavy in that rainfall department. But we do have a chance of that rain right on through midnight. Things begin to calm down right before dawn. I'll walk you through a rather unsettled Father's Day coming up.
All right, thanks, Karen. New tonight, we're learning more about a tragic firefighter training accident in Montreat. One volunteer firefighter from the Riceville Volunteer Fire Department died after a serious incident involving an ATV. 2 more members of the Riceville Volunteer Fire Department were also taken to a local hospital for medical treatment. No further information on the identities of the firefighters have been released. In addition to Montreat Police, the North Carolina Highway Patrol responded along with various emergency first responders. And turning to some national headlines, the U.S. Army held a military parade to celebrate its 250th anniversary in Washington, D.C. today. Today's parade included more than 6,000 soldiers, helicopters, flyovers, and Abrams battle tanks. The parade went down Constitution Avenue at the National Mall. This is the first U.S. military parade in Washington, D.C. since 1991 at the conclusion of the Gulf War. It was estimated that roughly 200,000 people would attend, but so far, ABC News has not confirmed the final numbers. And President Trump presided over this evening's military in Washington, D.C. Trump watched and saluted the troops as they marched on. This parade also coincides with Flag Day and President Trump's birthday. Trump sat next to First Lady Melania Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Vice President J.D. Vance and his family were also in attendance. And the Army's military parade featured soldiers representing major U.S. conflicts, starting, of course, with the Revolutionary War. Soldiers wearing the iconic red and blue coats of the American Revolution marched down Constitution Avenue on the Army's 250th anniversary. Soldiers also wore uniforms representing other conflicts like the Civil War, World War I, World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam, and the Gulf War. Military parades may be a rare occurrence in the U.S., but several other nations around the world have them more regularly. France holds the Bastille Day military parade every July 14th to commemorate the French Revolution. The Chinese Communist Party holds its National Day parade every 10 years, most recently occurring in 2019, and Russia holds an annual military parade to commemorate the Soviet victory over Nazi Germany in World War II. And the Army says it will cost about $45 million to hold its military parade. It took a variety of steps to ensure the tanks and the equipment didn't damage the streets in Washington, D.C. President Trump downplayed the cost of the parade, saying the cost is, quote, peanuts compared to the value of doing it. An Associated Press poll found that 6 in 10 Americans feel this parade is not a good use of government money. Well, after the break, the search for a suspect in the deadly attack on multiple state lawmakers in Minnesota.